Hey guys, and welcome back to the Chaotic Kids channel, where I, Michelle, document my life here on YouTube as I try to become a full-time author while also traversing the world's multiple personalities. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. But today we are going to be continuing on with our rough draft challenge, where I am trying to write 30,000 words in the month of November, so let's get into it. Hey guys, today is November 9th, meaning it's the 9th day of the Rough Draft Challenge, where I am trying to write 30,000 words in the month of November. So in the last video, I was pretty much having a struggle bus. So on Thursday, I lost my job. Friday, I tried to write, wasn't really feeling it. Saturday, I went to my sister's house, so I didn't write, and, yeah. So I had a rough, 4 days, and I was just like, I need to start fresh. And typically with me, I start fresh on Sundays. That's just my fresh start day. And yeah, so far it's gone a lot better. I'm minus the fact that it is freezing outside, but it's doing really good. But let's just have a recap of what I'm doing. So, in the month of November, I am planning on writing 30,000 fresh words in my in my project called JJ's Story. It's also called Home to Scripture, but I mostly call it JJ's Story. It is a Christian fiction book where I write. These books are basically a series that I'm trying to get traditionally published under the Grace Kitts pen name. I'm somebody who has multiple pen names. I have Grace, Kitts, and Shelley. Grace, Shelley. Grace, Maris, and Shelley. I don't think I said Maris earlier. But Grace is basically the Catholic fiction books, and she has picture books and also not young adult books, and she wants to get them traditionally published. Even though we technically know that series are pretty hard to sell as to traditional publishers, but at the same point, I can't do standalones. I have to write series because I like to expand the world. And also, from the brief research I've done about, Catholic publishing houses, I think they prefer to have novel, series rather than just standalones. That's just my belief. I could be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, so trying to write this book for JJ. Actually, currently, so we already started this book with 20,000 words. Okay, almost 21,000 words. We are now currently, as of today, at 28,754 words in the book, but we had 13 chapters already written. So we're at a pretty high word count. But basically this month we want to get to 50,000 words, so I think that's about midpoint of the story. I mean, not midpoint, about 3/4 of the way into the story. Could be wrong. I'm not sure. We're just writing because we are a pantser. But yeah, so the last week, in the last two videos, we wrote 6,546 words in our story, where we didn't write for 3 days, mostly because we just didn't have the whole motivation to do it, which technically means we're not going to reach our, goal of writing every 30, for the whole 30 days, which was to get bookmarks and get, what is it? Oh, and I don't know. I can't read my own handwriting. But we're not going to get the writing 30 days in a row. But we can still reach the 30,000 words. But yeah, so we are currently at 7,916 words in the book written, added to the story, which is really good. I think possibly today we might do another writing sprint just because it is cold. It's Sunday. There's nothing more exciting to do necessarily. That's a lie. We're gonna probably see our grandma today, and just talk to her because we like to see her every once in a while. And since we don't have a job, we'll probably be visiting her a lot more. But also, she's getting 2 jobs. She's got one job right now at the same place I used to work at, and might be getting a second job at the grocery store in town. So I'm like, maybe I won't see her as much as I used to, but who knows. But yeah, so I've got that. I'm also Right now, me and my dad are trying to finish up my back porch, which I think we're getting so close, but yet we're so far away. Basically, so I'll eventually show you guys pictures of it. But we put up a shelf yesterday. Well, not yesterday, a couple days ago. And now Dad is working on the window seal for the one in my dining room. Because we just replaced that this year. And then hopefully we get my washer and dryer working and back in place because I need my washer and dryer back because I'm tired of going to my brother's all the time. Um, yeah, and I'm also, since I don't have a job anymore, I am planning on doing a lot more writing, but also maybe possibly doing like more day in the life vlogs or what my life kind of looks like vlogs. Not really sure. I don't really do anything too exciting, so I don't know. Um, yeah, I've been rambling for like 6 minutes. But yeah, I plan on just right now. I'm gonna take a break. Just watch some YouTube, upload a video, and then I probably will go to Grandma's house after lunch. Then come back, do some writing, or just work on some other projects instead of working on JJ's story. But I am behind on words for JJ's story because I am trying to write 1,000 words a day and I'm at 79,000, so almost 8,000, but I need to be at 9,000 today. But realistically, all I need to do is like add 1,050 words to the story each day to reach the 30,000, but I'm wanting to get more words than that. So I don't know. I've been rambling. But yeah, so that's kind of the game plan. Today was a really good day. I got to chapter 7. Tomorrow or today I'll do chapter 7 and chapter 8 because I'm like reading the first like redoing the chapter I already did the day before, and then the chapter I'm moving on to, just so that I kind of get the same, like, I'm in the same mindset and like tone of the voice. Even though I do have to say chapter 6 was a little bit different because chapter 6, basically JJ had like this angry self, or like this pent up rage he had against his grandfather who abandoned his grandma, but really life circumstances and stuff. But yeah, so that's kind of how things went. And I don't know, I'm just having lots of fun. Next chapter, so chapter 8, I think we really get to meet the other students in the class. Because this is a young adult series where I follow juniors in high school and as they uncover their scripture life. Yeah. I've been rambling for a while. I will talk to you guys in the next clip where I do something or talk more. I don't know. That's all I got to say. I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye! Hey guys, today is November 10th, meaning it's the 10th day of the Rough Draft Challenge, and yeah. So yesterday I worked on chapter 6 and chapter 7. I added 1,300 words to the story. I think I already told you this. I can't remember exactly. But so far it has a grand total of word counts that I'm sitting at. I'm sitting at 7,916 words added in the Rough Draft Challenge. So I am trying to edit I'm trying to write / edit 30,000 words by the end of the month. Right now I'm just editing chapters 1 through 12 to get them ready to be like the final draft of the book, even though I'll probably have to do a couple more rounds of it. But right now I'm kind of like, not necessarily bulking it up, but really getting into the character's voice, which JJ, the character I'm talking about, like, he's a very in his head person, so it does mean bulking up the word count, which I don't know is a good thing or a bad thing, because with the 13 chapters that I have written, I'm at 28,754 words, and that's only in chapter 13, so I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I haven't written a full-length novel in a very, very long time. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I might come on later and talk to you guys about how the end of the day went, but I'm not sure. So yeah, I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye. Hey guys, it's the end of the 10th. Actually it's like 3:43, but that's when I usually end. Actually I usually end at like 1 o'clock, but me and my dad were doing stuff, so I stayed up, or I didn't stay up later. It's just I worked a little longer than usual. But I added 1,218 words to the story, bringing up my written total for the word count of this month to 9,134 words. That is for the rough draft challenge, the words that I edited. And honestly, I am behind on word counts. But whenever I get to the point where I'm like freshly starting writing drafting words, I'll be adding like 3,000, 2,000 words to the story. Honestly, I don't know, like, yeah, the chapters are roughly anywhere from like 2,000 to 3,000 words long. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I'm also getting into more dialogue heavy story parts now. Or at least I believe so. I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know. I will see you guys tomorrow where I will hopefully do some more writing. I don't think me and my dad are going to do anything on the house tomorrow. So I might be able to do more writing. So, yeah. I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye! Hey guys, today is November 11th. It is a Tuesday. So today we did do a little writing. It wasn't the best work we've done, especially with chapter 9. Maybe we'll come back and try to do it again later. We just right now need to get into therapy mindset, because we have therapy at 2. But let's just go over word counts real quick. So we have reached 30,000 words in the written document. But we only added like 725 words today, bringing up our written total for the rough draft challenge up to 9,859 words. If we come back to writing today, hopefully we'll get to 10,000. I don't know. It's all gonna just depend on how we were feeling and stuff after therapy. But right now we are going to kind of switch gears and do something a little more mental health focused. Because we went to Walmart today and we had a conversation in the car after we got done listening to a rosary prayer. But we were like, we are not doing okay right now. Like, there's so much silence in our head right now, which is very unusual. But also, like, okay, I'm not Michelle, but I'm speaking for Michelle because they are not fully, like, I am speaking as somebody who sees and observes all. I'm not going to give you my name because it's none of your business. But basically, like, Michelle has been so focused on trying to get words written, get back into writing, and then after she lost her job, she's been really, like, in a downward spiral. So it's like we need to work together to kind of get back together in a little bit. So we are going to be reading a complex PTSD from Surviving to Thriving book. We attempted to read this before, wasn't doing too good. We've honestly been trying to read this book for months, if not years at this point. Just because it is a thick book, but we are like highlighting it, noting stuff down and stuff. And this is hopefully going to help us get into the mental health state, like mental health mindset. And maybe give us something to work on during therapy. And then if we have time before therapy, after we get done reading and jotting stuff down, we might read one of our other books back there. We've got like 3 books we're trying to read. Actually, there's like 5 books back there that we need to read. Yeah. So we're going to do kind of a reset of getting ourselves back in order. And since today we didn't do anything with our house, like help our dad or anything, it makes sense to just kind of have a mental health day. So yeah, that's the game plan. If I see you guys later, I see you guys later. Well, I will see you guys later, and maybe tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll see you guys later today. I don't know. So I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye. Guys, it's still the 11th. I got done with my therapy session. It went great. I also just feel a lot better after I read a little bit. Not still planning on doing more reading today, but I then decided to come on and write some more. So I worked on chapter 9, which is the chapter that I was hesitant about, and I added 7,000, it's not 7,000, I always want to say 7,000. 728 words, bringing my total up for today, 1,453 words. Bringing my total written for the rough draft challenge up to 10,587 words. So I have reached 10,000 words. I'm really close to catching up. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to catch up with chapter 9 and 10. So far in like my reworked words on my Google Doc, I'm at 26,176 words in the story total. And that was with chapter 9. In the full document that I've already had written, I'm at 31,426 words. 25 words, sorry. I'm getting really close to where I'm going to be fresh writing. I guess fresh drafting, fresh writing, whatever you want to say. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I just can't wait to finally get back into it. But I'm also really enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm like, what if I fall behind because I'm having to draft now? I don't know. But yeah, so that's how today went. Tomorrow I plan on coming in and doing chapters 9 and 10. I don't think chapter 9 will need a lot of work, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Yeah, that's how today went, and I will see you guys tomorrow with day 12. Bye. Hey guys, today is November 12th. It is a Wednesday, and I think I'm going to close out today's video here, mostly because I do plan on having a day in the life video going up sometime next week, or like, I'm not exactly sure the timing, but I'm going to be recording a day in the life video today, and then I will kind of give you guys updates and stuff for it. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work. It's going to be very similar to this, but I'm going to be recording on my phone, so I don't know. But yeah, so this week, or these last 3 days that I've been recording, I wrote 4,041 words. Doing really good. So far, the grand total of words that I have written for the Rough Draft Challenge are 10,587 words. I think that's relatively good. Technically, I should be at like 12,000 words written. But that's at the end of the day, so I think I should be able to reach it by the end of the day. Yeah, so I think it should be good. And honestly, like, if I was really hesitant yesterday. I was really thinking, like, maybe I should just include the words that I do for, like, my journaling, too. But really, that would only be, like, adding, like, 3 days worth of journaling notes. Yeah. Because last week, I wrote over almost 9,000 words. And so far, I've written 4,000 words. So that'd be roughly about 13,000 words. And I'm like, part of me wants to do it, but the other part of me is like, no, it's not like, yes, I would love to do it, but at the same point, there's no reason to. I'm like, we're only at the 12th day. Like, there's no reason to be like scrambling for words, you know? And honestly, like, I'm doing a lot of editing right now, so it just, like, I need to just wait it out kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah, so right now, the grand total of words that I have in my Word doc is 31,425 words. So I've reached the 31,000 words. But like, if you think about how many is in my Google Doc, which I think I told you guys, like, I work in Word and then transfer what I have in Word to Google Docs, just so it has a backup. But in Google Docs, I have 26,176 words, and I'm at chapter 10. Yeah, so I'm doing really good. I just need to keep up the pace, you know? But like I said, I'm going to close out today's video here. I'm going to start recording stuff on my phone, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye.